This is Gemara Baba Basra, Daf Nun Aleph, and we're holding on the very bottom of Nun Amid Beis, 2 lines from the bottom. Gufa says the Gemara, let's go back into this din of Rav with regarding to making a chazaka marav in machzikim benechse ishes ish. The statement that we started yesterday, we brought down this din as we asked it as a kasha on the Mishnah. The Rav is saying one cannot make a chazak v'nechsei ishtai. Yet we say that you have to be meicha. Woman has to be meicha if someone's in her field. So now let's go into this din of Rav that a woman cannot make a chazaka that one cannot make a chazaka in the property of a ishes ish. However, says the Gemara on the top of the Aleph from an Aleph Dayane, Kaila Amru, the Dayanim in Galus, you know what they say? Machzikin. You could ask me chazakim nechsi ishtay. Amarav halacha kidayane gaila. You could ask me chazaka. Amar later of Kanav Rav Asi Rav Hadarbi Mar Mishmaita you chayzer Amar Lo Mistavra Amri Kidir Rav Yosef. He said it means that their view is more correct, more mistaver in the case of Rav Yosef. That's going to be the case, and we look at the Rashbam on the third narrow line. He says, "Gemara hu shekitzer divrei Rav, avol Rav lo yisker Rav Yosef shari kadam lo Rav harbe deiris." First of all, Rav was before Rav Yosef. So a little bit of a history lesson. There's no way that Rav mentioned Rav Yosef. It meant the Gemara is commenting that Rav will apply in the case of Rav Yosef. Now, what's the case? This is quoting the case from yesterday, which is what? Like we saw above in Nunam and Beis. That's the case that Machzikinan. Why? Because Rav himself holds the Ishes Limchais, as we've seen, and that's going to be the case that it will all fit together. We continue on the fourth line, says the Gemara, V'loy Isha b'nechsei baila. And a woman cannot make a chazaka in the nechasim, the property of her husband. Says Mar B'shita, Kivan de Isla Mizaini, since she has the rights to receive food from her husband, Mizaini hu dekachla. So the husband allowed her to be in the field. You know why? Because he figures, okay, she's just eating whatever she needs. Answers Gemara lo tzricha diichad la arachrita lemizayna. He gave her a different field, miyuchad, designated for mizaynis, and now she's eating in another field. So now if he's not baicha, that would be the case. That would be a chiddush. That's why we're saying that she cannot make a chazaka. She cannot make a chazaka. Again, the kasha was that of course she can't make a chazaka because she's just eating, because that's why he's not meicha. Teretz is no. If he gave her another field, he should have been meicha. That's the reason why she cannot make a chazaka. That's the case that we need a chiddush, that she cannot make a chazaka. Says the Gemara, haraya yesh. Says the Gemara, she can't make a chazaka b'nechsei baila to prove that it's her field. But says the Gemara, it would seem that if she has a raya that she bought the field, then it would be good. Ask the Gemara, why does the husband say the reason he accepted the money from her to buy this field? It's not that he actually wanted to sell her the field. Rather was he wanted just to uncover the money, and he wanted to get back his own cash. He's like, hey, what's my wife doing with all this money? I'm going to take it. It's really mine. Shmas mina, says the Gemara. No, we see that if someone sells a field to his wife, she is kind of the field. We don't say that svara. Says the Gemara, no, then it will work. Says the Gemara, is that svara that we just said of Ligli Zuzi, is that a good svara? Amar le Rav Nachman Rav Huna. About 10 lines down, the first one line is Amar le Lo Yave Mar Gabon Be'urta Dite Chuma. Rav Nachman says to Rav Huna, Mar, you were not with us yesterday in Beis Medrash. We are at the Tchum. When we said some Givaldik Adinim, Amar Le, my Milim Yalisa, what exactly were said? I'm Ritu. Someone sells a field to his wife, she is kaina. Veloya amrina, and we don't say that you know why he took the cash from her. It was just to know the money that she has. Similarly, Amar Lei. So Rav Huna responded, Pshita, of course. Tal zuzi mehacha, v'tigna b'shtara. Get rid of the money and let her make the kinyan with a shtar. Even if the fact that he accepted the money is not a raya, but if he gave her the shtar, it should be a raya. Very good. He maybe just wanted to get back the cash, but he gave her a shtar that it's her field. Milay Tanan, did we not learn the Chazim Shishim Machrayis think the Mekasav Shtar Ubecha Zaka? So says the Gemara, even though she might have a kinyan with Kesef, she should have a kinyan with the Shtar. Amar Lei, Rav Nachman responds back to Rav Huna, V'lavit Mar'Allah. Do we now learn Amar Shmuel? Lo yishanu ela b'shtar matana. Aval shtar mechel loy kana she'itin loy tamel. And that's the reason why there will be no kinyan. That's Rav Nachman's response. Rav Huna fires back. Lav Ma'isiv Rav Hamnuna. Says Rav Huna, but did Rav Hamnuna that teach us b'shtar case? That what's the case of shtar? Kozla niyara lecheres havu b'shema shava bruta sadai mechurla sadai kunilach. My field is sold to you. My field is acquired by you. Harezeh mechura nesuna. So says Rav Huna, I don't understand. Even without payment, it should be yes a kinyan. Says Rav Nachman back. V'lavu ma'isivla. But did Rav Hamnuna not amend his statement? V'umefarigla b'moicher sadeu mipnei ra'asai. That when someone's selling your field because of its poor quality, that's when the shtar itself is a kinyan. However, generally the shtar itself is not a kinyan. So too over here, the woman paying and getting a shtar would not be a kinyan because the money doesn't mean anything, because it could be that the husband just wants to get back the cash. 10 lines from the bottom. Ravashi Amar b'matana. Ravashi Amar b'matana bikesh litnoi loy. He wanted to give the field as a matana. And in the shtar, he writes, my field is mechurulach, my field is kinuyulach. V'lama kasav loy b'lashain mecher. Just to increase his koyach. But says the Gemara, it's not really going to be a kasha at all, because we're not talking about a sale, we're talking about a gift. So in our case of a sale, there will be no raya that you could have a kinyan with a shtar by itself, and that's why the Gemara is sticking to its guns, that lemaisa, there will not be a kinyan even if she has a shtar. Says the Gemara, Meisvei. 6 lines from the bottom, a kasha on Rav Nachman, who said that when someone sells a field to his wife, he can't say, oh, the cash, I just wanted to recover the cash. So Meisvei asked the Gemara, Leiva min eved v'shachroi. If someone borrows money from his own eved, he writes it down, and then he frees the eved. Min isha, he borrows from his wife, and Gershon, he divorces her. In lo love klum. Ein lahen alav klum. They have no way to get back the cash. They have it from the master, the isha from her husband, ex-husband. My taima, lam misham dermina leglu yizuzi hu debayi. That's the only reason why he took the money from his wife is to get back the money. He didn't really have any intent ever paying it back. So we see that this is a good taina. Rav Nachman said that if he sells a field to his wife, we do not say this svara that he's just trying to get back the money. Says the Gemara. So why over here do we, yes, say such a svara? Says Gemara Shani also navshe. The reason is because he's not good to him to put him in the position of avaleiva leish malva. It's not a kasha. Ironically, the case of a halva will be different. That if someone gives money as a halva, then it's more of a reason why, because no one wants to be in the position, no one wants to be considered a one that doesn't pay back a halva. Says the Gemara, Shalach Ravuna bar Avin Ameicher Sada leishtoi. If someone sells a field to his wife, kansa, she's kind of the field, and ubal eichel peris. The husband continues to eat the peros of that field. Param, however, Rav Abba, Rav Avu, V'chokdali Adar Amru b'matana bikesh litnu la he wanted to give her a matana, and then if he's giving her a matana, then the husband will not get the pay rice of the field because that's good for what he's trying to give her. But matana bikesh litein la kedei delabay says kaicha. Excuse me, v'lama kasav la l'shamecher. What do you write? Kedei delabay as kaicha. So she will indeed get the field. Meisvei asked the Gemara, love him and have it v'shechroi minei yishav gershar kasha. Ein lem love klum. My time lam yisham deimri aglu zuzu debayi, like we just said. So why are we now saying that if someone sells a field to his wife, there would be a kinyan? And says Gemara, shiny awesome. The same teretz. Amar Rav teaches Rav. Kansa, then it's a full-fledged kinyan v'ina balechel peris. Rav Lazar Amar Chazev kansa v'ina balechel peris. Avid Rav Chizda over Rav Lazar, like Rav Lazar, that what there was a kinyan entirely, and the husband would not get the pay raise. Amrulei, Rabban Ukba and Rav Nachemia b'nei Beisei the Rav Chisda Shavik Mar Rav Ravai Vavik is a try. What's going on? You're leaving the big guns. You're leaving Rav, and you're doing like there's a try, the smaller Talmidei like Rav Lazar. Why aren't you passing like Rav that the husband gets the pay raise? Amrulei Rav Chisda responded, "Vananami Rav Avdi. No, I'm doing like Rav Avai. Whom? Because Ravin said in Rav Yechon from Eretz Yisrael, then indeed there is a kinyan, and the husband does not eat the pay rice. That's the reason why Rav Chisda paskind as such. So what's the halacha? Amar Rav teaches Rava 10 lines from the bottom. Hilchs. She's not going to have a balachal bears. B'matana, Kansavina balachal bears. Says the Gemara, 1 second. Those two statements don't work. Tarti. Says the Gemara, like kasha. Kan b'ma'is timunim. Kan b'ma'is she'enan timunim. Remember, huna ma'is timunim like kansa. Ma'is she'enan timunim kansa. Says the Gemara, the chiluk is going to be, is it called ma'is timunim? If it was money that we did not know that she had any possession, then that's going to be a different case. Then that when Rava said that she does not have a kinyan, that's because we never knew she had this money. So now all of a sudden she comes up with money, it won't be a kinyan. Whereas when Rava said that the husband, yes, gets the pay rice and the wife gets the karka, it's where money that we knew that she possessed. It was the money, in that case, we don't assume that the husband was only trying to recover the cash. Therefore, there will be a kinyan, and we'll pick it up from here. Amir to Hashem.